Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
Hello, everyone. I have big news. I found Smurf Village. I'm one step closer to total evil dominance.
Ugh. Lame.
You're all lame.
Hit it, Papa.
Today, we're going on a bit of a blue-tinged adventure.
With some rhythm thrown in.
Exactly. All thanks to Rihanna. We're looking at an article from today's paper, dated today, May 16th, 2025.
Right.
And our mission really is to dig a bit deeper than just the headlines about her new music and, surprisingly, her involvement with the Smurfs.
The Smurfs, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a headline grabber.
So we want to unpack the new single, her role in the movie, and maybe figure out what this signals about, her current projects.
Well, it strikes me immediately is how she's knitting these different threads together. You've got new music, a big animated film, and of course her very public life as a mom.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So this deep dive is a great chance to maybe see how those pieces fit, how they connect in her career right now.
Okay, let's start with the music then. The big news is this new single, Friend of Mine. It just dropped today, May 16th.
Mm-hmm.
And the really interesting bit, it's the main track for the new Smurfs animated movie soundtrack.
And that's pretty significant, isn't it? The article mentions it's her first new music since Lift Me Up.
From the Wakanda Forever soundtrack, yeah. That was back in 2022.
And that song got her an Academy Award nomination. So, the bar was set pretty high.
Definitely. So whatever comes next, people are paying attention to the direction.
Right.
And Friend of Mine, well, it sounds like it's carving out a different kind of space. The description is upbeat.
Yeah, upbeat. It mentions Afrobeats-inspired rhythms, warm synths.
And danceable percussion. Sounds like it could be one of those tunes that just gets stuck in your head all summer.
That mix, Afrobeats and pop, that's a really interesting lane for her, isn't it?
It is.
It taps into that big global sound that's happening, very energetic. Probably plays well for a Smurfs movie audience, too, like reaching younger listeners.
Good point.
Quite a shift from Lift Me Up,
Yeah.
which was much more, that emotional ballad.
Mhm.
Suggests she's maybe broadening out a bit musically.
And we actually got a sneak peek already. Apparently a clip of the song was in the movie trailer earlier this week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, showing her Smurfette character, like animated Smurfette, singing and dancing to it.
Ah, okay. I can imagine that's pretty catchy visually, too.
Totally. And if you want to hear the whole thing, it's out now for streaming. Plus, there's a video with Rihanna actually making a cameo.
See, that's smart. Putting herself in the video, even as a cameo, alongside the animation.
Yeah.
It just connects her, the real person, to the film project even more strongly for the audience. Blurs those lines a bit.
Okay, so speaking of the film, her role in it,
Yeah.
let's talk about her Smurf transformation.
Uh-huh.
She's actually voicing Smurfette.
Which is, well, that's a pretty big step into voice acting for a major animated film like this.
Right. Smurfette is iconic.
Totally iconic. So her take on it will definitely bring something fresh, a contemporary feel for maybe a new audience.
And it's not just the voice. She's also listed as a producer on the film.
Now that signals a much deeper level of involvement, doesn't it?
Yeah, way beyond just lending her voice. Being a producer suggests she has some real creative input, maybe shaping the direction of the film overall, not just her character's performance.
The article also name drops some of the other cast members. We've got John Goodman,
Oh, wow.
James Corden, Nick Offerman, Sandra Hanto.
Okay, so that's a seriously talented voice cast.
It really is.
That lineup suggests they're aiming high with this adaptation, making something that works for kids and adults,
Yeah.
with strong performances and story.
And the story itself sounds like classic Smurfs fare. The Smurfs have to team up to rescue Papa Smurf.
From an evil wizard, right?
Exactly. Good versus evil. Perfect for a family movie. And you'll want to mark your calendars for July 18th, 2025. That's the release date.
It's interesting, too, thinking back to how she announced this. It was at CinemaCon in 2023.
That's what the article says, yeah.
And she was pregnant with her second child then. She made that comment about hoping to get cool points with her kids.
Ah, yeah, I remember that.
It does add that personal angle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe you suggest she's thinking more about projects with family appeal now? What do you think?
That's a really good point. It makes it feel less like just another gig, More like something she's genuinely excited about sharing with her own family.
Exactly.
So, okay, besides Rihanna's track, what else do we know about the soundtrack?
Well, the article confirms another song called Higher Love by DJ Khaled.
Okay.
And that one features Cardi B, DZ Trill, Natanya, and Subi. Quite a lineup there, too.
Wow.
And what's also mentioned is that the South African singer Tyla might be contributing too.
Tyla as well. Okay, so that adds another layer.
Yeah, it suggests a really diverse soundtrack, pulling in different styles, different artists.
That sounds like it'll be pretty vibrant then, kind of reflecting the movie itself, maybe, not just sticking to one sound.
Absolutely. Bringing in artists from different places, different genres. It feels like a deliberate move to give it that global appeal. Something for everyone, maybe.
Right. Now, switching gears just a bit, the article also touches on her personal life, her recent appearances, her family. It notes she just confirmed her third pregnancy, debuted the baby bump at the Met Gala this year, 2025.
Yeah, she has this way of weaving these huge personal moments right into her public and professional life. It seems pretty seamless, doesn't it?
It really does. And the article reminds us she and AP Rocky already have their two sons, RZA and Riot Rose.
It paints a picture of a very full and dynamic life right now.
Definitely juggling a lot.
Yeah.
Music for a film, producing it, starring in it, all while pregnant and raising two little ones.
It's quite something.
So if we zoom out a bit, think about her wider music career. It's interesting she's continuing with these soundtrack contributions, right?
Yeah, and they're quite different. Lift Me Up was that powerful, emotional ballad.
And Friend of Mine sounds much more upbeat, maybe more family-friendly.
It almost feels like these soundtrack projects let her explore different musical sides, maybe while she takes her time figuring out the next big solo album.
Which, as the article subtly points out by mentioning 2022, was her last release.
Her fans are definitely waiting for that, eagerly.
Yeah, that anticipation is always there, isn't it? So these soundtrack songs, they keep her musically active, keep her exploring.
Exactly. Testing the waters, perhaps?
Yeah.
And her ability to just glide between music, film, producing, acting. All while her family's growing, it says a lot about her energy and, frankly, her business sense.
For sure. Friend of Mine feels like a bright, accessible snapshot of where her creative focus is right now.
Yeah.
So, wrapping this up, our deep dive today really highlights just how multifaceted Rihanna's career is at this moment. She's not just, putting out a song. She's deep in this Smurfs world, singing, acting, producing. And the sound of Friend of Mine, that Afro beats pop blend, it might just be a little clue about her current musical vibe.
Absolutely. And her taking on all these roles, singer, actress, producer, it does make you think about how celebrity itself is changing, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, it's not just about being famous for one thing anymore. It's about this broader creative involvement, having a hand in the whole project.
That's a great point. And that leads us nicely to our final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. When you see someone like Rihanna taking on these diverse roles in one project, singing, acting, producing, what does that suggest about how celebrity and creativity in film and music are evolving? And maybe how might her own experiences, especially as a parent, be influencing the kind of projects she picks now and the kind of stories she wants to put out there?
Definitely food for thought.
It is. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.